What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Professor Mims, aka Professor Make It Make Sense. And today I'm bringing you a story about multi-billionaire Jeff Bezos, who just got remarried. But before we begin, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell as well. Every view, every subscription matters so much to me. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Jeff Bezos has officially tied the knot with his former news anchor and helicopter pilot, Lauren Sánchez, who was also his mistress in his previous marriage. The woman was once at the center of highly publicized divorce from his ex-wife, MacKenzie Scott. So after years of controversy, tabloid headlines, and luxury yacht sightings, the billionaire Amazon founder said, quote, "I do," end quote, in a lavish celebrity-packed ceremony. But many are still talking about how their relationship began in the first place and what this new chapter means for one of the world's richest men. So in this video, we're gonna dive into the timeline of their relationship, the affair that shook up Bezos' public image, and the jaw-dropping details of their wedding that has everyone talking. So for those who are unfamiliar with the timeline of Jeff Bezos' now wife, Lauren Sánchez, and his former wife, MacKenzie Scott, let me go ahead and give you the backstory. So in 2019, at the time, Jeff Bezos and MacKenzie Scott were the world's richest couple, and they shocked the public by announcing their divorce after being married for 25 years. But what made the headlines go into overdrive during that time was what followed just hours later after the report, which was the report that Bezos had been having an affair with former news anchor and helicopter pilot and now wife, Lauren Sánchez. They had private text messages and photos that were leaked, and the affair quickly became a tabloid frenzy. MacKenzie and Jeff issued a public, surprisingly amicable statement, but the split was anything but simple. Their divorce settlement at the time made MacKenzie Scott one of the richest women in the world, where she ended up walking away with 25% of the Amazon stock, and that at the time was worth roughly $36 billion. So while Bezos kept control of Amazon and the Washington Post, MacKenzie turned her focus to philanthropy, and she gave away billions through charitable donations. Meanwhile, Bezos went public with his mistress at the time, now wife, Lauren Sánchez, and their relationship continued to blossom under the spotlight. And they were traveling the world on super yachts, attending elite events, and now years later, they are married. They just had a luxury wedding, and everyone is talking about it. So now, let me give you my thoughts on the whole situation. So, I'm gonna tell you my reasons why you should never make your mistress your wife. Okay, first we're gonna start with point number one. Point number one, lack of trust. So your relationship started with deception and betrayal from your previous partner, which can undermine the foundation of trust in your new relationship. For me, it's a significant breach of trust that is difficult to completely overcome. Then you have a relationship that's built on lies and secrecy. So you already had an affair, and that inherently is secretive and dishonest, which can lead to guilt, fear, and a fragile foundation for the new relationship. The relationship is rooted in a situation where one person was already committed, leading to a lack of complete honesty. And then you have the unequal footing. This is a power dynamic in an affair that is often skewed, with the married person holding more control. In this case, that's Jeff Bezos. This imbalance can carry over into a marriage, making it difficult to establish a healthy partnership. And then you already have a history of betrayal. If someone was willing to cheat with you, there's a concern that they might be willing to cheat on you in the future. So your past behavior is a potential indicator of future behavior, and this thought can create fear and anxiety. Then you have emotional trauma. So infidelity for the person who cheated and the one who was cheated on can result in emotional and psychological trauma, which could potentially impact the ability to have a healthy relationship. The lingering effects of the previous relationship can actually influence the dynamic and trust in the new marriage. And then lastly, you have societal stigma and isolation, which relationships that begin as affairs can face social judgment, which they already did, and isolation from friends and family. And this external pressure can add to the stress on the new marriage. So, having said all of that, it is important to remember that these are just potential challenges, and not every relationship that starts as an affair is doomed to fail. However, individuals considering marrying someone with whom they had an affair should be aware of the inherent difficulties and be prepared to address them actively with the new commitment. So maybe they need professional counseling. That could be invaluable in navigating these complex issues to help them build a stronger foundation for their marriage. So to be clear, I don't condone having a mistress. But if you're someone as powerful and as rich as Jeff Bezos, why would you promote your mistress to your wife? She showed you who she is already. You're supposed to keep her where she is. She stays the side chick. And then if you want to entertain her a committed relationship with someone respectable and someone that you should be with, then you can get another main chick. And again, this sounds crazy because I'm not condoning any all of this, but that's what the situation already accounted for. So I have to comment on what the situation is. So Jeff Bezos, I don't understand it. I get that Lauren Sánchez had a tailored career when you met her and stuff. So it's not all about money, but at the same time, you are a multi-billionaire. So she has a lot to gain being with you. And now that you're married, hey, this is your wife now. So the only good news that I actually heard come out of this was, and I hope that everyone can learn from this when it comes to getting married, is Jeff Bezos learned from his mistake with his ex-wife. So even though his ex-wife was there and she deserved to get the money, especially with the affair involved, he didn't have a prenuptial with MacKenzie Scott. However, he does have one with Lauren Sánchez. Their prenuptial agreement is said to be complex and designed to protect Jeff Bezos' substantial fortune, which includes his holdings in Amazon, Blue Origin, The Washington Post, and various other assets. This is definitely in contrast with his previous marriage, where he had no prenup and resulted in a large settlement for MacKenzie Scott. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this situation. I've already voiced my opinion, but I want to hear what the community has to say about Jeff Bezos and his decision to remarry, especially with his mistress. So do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button. Y'all stay blessed, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.